Okay, that worked. No. 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 Okay, let's go through, play some game. Do I have any trucks already on the map? I have a lot of trailers on the map. Gooseneck semi-trailer, sideboard trailer, fuel carrier, scout fuel carrier, water carrier trailer, That's a lot of trailers to have just lying around the map. Okay, so this Chevrolet is inaccessible because, oh, I need to repair it as part of my mission. Timber for the locals. Let's go through and figure out what ones. Putting out the fire at the factories. Oh, Stevie mostly finished this mission. 2159. Hey, Alexis. Oh, you just got your visa? Heading to NT. Is that like Northern Territory, like Australia? Or is that a different NT? I'm like, America. I'm like trying to think. I'm like, I don't think there's an NT in America. Oh, Australia. Fuck. It's hot this time of the year. Like, it's heading into summer. The Northern Territory gets like 45 degrees Celsius? Like, that's gonna be hot. Oh, you're gonna be there in May? Okay, well, bad then. Like, fuck, I wouldn't want to be in the Northern Territory during summer. They get like 45 degrees Celsius, so 45 C to F. That's 113 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like, fuck. May's not too bad because I think May in Australia season, I think that's like autumn. Yeah, autumn. Autumn temps in, let's say Darwin. Darwin's closer to the. Still, you're looking between anywhere between 22 degrees to 32 degrees. Oh, okay. Well, then you're going to be fine then. Living a dream. It's good seeing you. I'm sorry I haven't been that good on socials and things lately. And keeping in touch with people. I don't know. I've gone through like the last couple of months where my mental health has been like exceedingly poor and just kind of struggling. So at one point, I think like a week, I took time off social media because I was like, When he first said hit a friend there, I was like, wow, did you run over someone? And then he said have, and I was like, that makes a lot more sense. I don't think you're going to run over people. But I don't know, maybe that's how you make friends. I remembered once I was involved in a car accident, and like I went through an intersection. It was a red light. I didn't realize not until I got halfway through it, and then by then it was too late. I started braking and he boned an aggressive P-plater that slaughtered off the lights. Entirely my fault. He got out and he started punching on and stuff like this, and I'm like, mate, like, I'm worried about your like 12-year-old sister or 11-year-old sister that was in the passenger side that just got fucking T-boned. Like, kind of chill out. Like, I want to make sure she gets an ambulance. Like, she's having a panic attack. Like, calm down. And he's like punching on and shit. The police get there, they arrest him, shit like that. And they're like, so what happened? And I said to the female police officer, I'm like, my fault. I went through a red light. I was doing the speed limit. I just didn't see that the light went red. I said, I went across 2 lanes of traffic and kind of went, why is everyone stopping? And then went through the light and halfway through went, oh fuck, that's red. So I hit the brakes and I slammed into the side of him. She goes, I appreciate you telling me the truth. And I don't know, just how candid I was and honest with things. I ended up getting a date with the police officer. So, like, I was like, okay. Like, you never know what kind of, like, stupid situations you're going to be in that's going to lead to new friendships or new relationships. One of my friends on Instagram kind of saw a van that that someone would have been living inside, and it had like climbing stuff on the van, and they're a rock climber. It also had a trans flag on it, so they left a note the other day that said, hi, you know, my name's this, I'm a trans person, I noticed you have a trans flag on your van, I also noticed that you have a lot of climbing stuff, would you be interested in maybe come climbing together, you know, like sometime? And then here are my details, and they got a text message from them saying, hi, my name's Audrey, and I'm a trans person, I'd love to go climbing with you. And I'm like, fuck, how fucking wholesome is that? Like, that's how you do it. Wait, I can't even remember why I haven't played this game in such a long time. I have a... I'm going to turn the engine on. I've teleported into this truck. I have no fucking clue why I'm here. I need a cabin up here. Okay. I have a cabin. That makes sense. But it's good seeing you, Alexa. It's really nice seeing. I'm sorry I never took you up on your offer to do like a podcast thing. Given things that happened in my past, you know, it brought up a lot of anxiety doing something like that. So I've got to wait. I'm always trying to min-max everything. Deliver to evacuee camp. Caterpillar CT680. Okay, so it's saying bring this to here. It's saying bring this up to here. Okay, seems fairly obvious. Something somewhere. Deliver this up here. I'm gonna need fuel. I think there's a fuel trail. I think that's the first place. Do I collect this on my way? Special cargo. Oh, what happened on your end? I hope everything's okay. Oh shit, I just realized ads are on. Map runner. Fuck, I hate it when ads are on and like it interrupts me and I don't realize. Um, Special cargo is a 2 slot. I have a 4 slot truck. I think we go up here, we grab this special cargo, we then drive up here, drop off the thing, then drive up here and drop off this. So we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Where is the special cargo? Oh fuck, the special cargo's all the way up here. Oh fuck that. It's saying deliver it here. Let's just do this water boom. Resigned to leaving my house to my kids flying south. I have sanctuary, a support structure, a vehicle, and a line on a job. Hope I don't need it, but I can be wheels up in 3 weeks. I don't know if it's something that you're comfortable talking with. If it's not, then that's okay, but is it so that way your kids have somewhere kind of safe to live? Between May and September? So does that mean you have to give up your current job as well, or? Because I know you really loved your job of driving trucks and doing the oil stuff. I haven't played this game in ages, but I don't know, I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn and I just wasn't feeling it. I was just kind of like, each time my streams would get shorter and shorter and I'd enjoy it less and less, and I was like, no, fuck this. Like, It's not going to just magically get better. I'm playing the game just because I'm trying to finish it, and yet I'm not enjoying it. Oh, that's good. Well, I hope everything works out for you, you know, and understand that if you ever need someone to chat to or anything, I'm always here. I'm available. I might not post on Twitter much, but I am available through DMs there. I'm available on DMs on Discord. You're always welcome to join my Discord server. I think there's a link to it somewhere around the bottom of the stream. I don't know how all that shit works anymore. It's kind of cool that you're going to be like really close, but then at the same time, while being really close, you're actually going to be like really far away. Like you got to think, Australia is the equivalent size of the US. The US has like what, 50 states across that space. We have 7. So you being in the NT, or 7 states and territories, sorry, because some of them aren't states, they're territories. You know, like Perth and Darwin and the NT, they're all like heaps far away. Can't exactly jump in a car, and I think even if you jumped in a car and decided to drive non-stop, I don't think you could get from Sydney to Perth in under a day. I think it would take more than 24 hours to drive that whole distance, which is fucking crazy. Let me have a look. I'll say Google Maps, and I'll see how long it takes me to get from my house to Perth. I'm driving. It says here, if I take the National Highway A1, it's 41 hours. If I take the A32 and then the National Highway, it's 42 hours. So saying it's either 3,900 kilometers or 3,950, which is 41 or 42 hours depending on which way you drive. And that's non-stop. You could probably drive from New York to Washington in the same thing. Let me just see. New York. Let's say Manhattan. To Seattle. Because I'm like, that is 41 hours. So, yeah, it would take the same amount of time to drive from Manhattan to Seattle as what it would roughly to drive from where I live in Sydney over to Perth. What do you mean, not Seattle? I just fly. My parents recently, I think even flying from, if you leave Sydney Airport and you go to Perth Airport, I think it takes 4 hours to fly that distance. I tried to think of like one side of the country to the other, and I tried to think of like one of the widest parts of America. A lot of the times people don't grasp how big Australia is. Like, that's only the main states of America. If you include Alaska, I would probably say that America's a shitload bigger, but I don't think a lot of people include Alaska as being part of America. Oh yeah, that was my point though, is that New York, say Manhattan to Seattle, is from one side of the country to the other, and yet Sydney to Perth is from one side of the country to the other, and they would both take the same amount of time. It actually takes longer to go from Sydney to Perth than it does from Manhattan to Seattle. But you were talking about going to the Northern Territory, and then you mentioned Perth. The Northern Territory is at the top of the country, and Perth is on the far west of the country. Are they two separate things? One's going to visit your friend, the other one is a job opportunity? Oh, okay. I get you. Sorry, my brain... My brain struggles to keep track of conversations. And then I start conversations, and then sometimes my brain jumps between like 6 different conversations in the matter of 20 minutes. I rang my friend earlier, Cara, and I spoke to her. It was supposed to be like a 10-minute phone call. And then by the time my mind had jumped through like 30 different conversations to get somewhere, it ended up taking like 45 minutes. Oh, for the job you love? Okay. Oh, that's okay. It's also okay if you love me. A lot of people do. That's fine. You know, like... I'm only kidding. I had someone the other day that was kind of like... sending me mixed messages, and I was kind of like... what's going on there? Like, one minute they seem to be flirting with me, and the next minute they're like, I think you're just okay. I'm like, just okay? Like, thanks. I guess. Oh. Okay, so now we need... bad accident. We need to deliver here. That's fine. We also need to get the special cargo, which is here. So I need to get my trailer all the way up there, pick up the special trailer, pick up this, then come back. Evacuated successfully. Obviously, that wasn't easy. The main trouble is that practically everything is buried under a thick layer of ash. Could use a medic detector to find something important that would help us a lot. Metal detector is recommended, not required. So I wonder if I can find it without the metal detector. Like, it does say that it's here. See? Maybe I don't need the metal detector. It says is recommended. Maybe I can just find it under the ground just by looking for like a pickup point. I'm rooting for you, Alexis, and I hope things work out. And I think it's really brave of you to then... And I think it shows a tremendous amount of love for your children to be like, hey, I'm going to leave my house for my children. You know, I assume that means for your ex. You know, like, I'm going to give that to them so that way they have a good place to live. Like, that's... I find a lot of the time people frown upon trans parents and things like that and say that, you know, that they're selfish and they transition for their own needs and they don't consider what it does to a child and stuff like that, which is all bullshit. Like, children don't fucking care what we do. And children are the most fucking accepting.